title of this video is what this video is going to be about. I've been reflecting a lot lately on why people care about what other people think about them. And that is literally the reason why people die with so much regret on their deathbed, right? We're born into this reality, into this world with nothing besides our mindset, besides, like, the greatest asset anybody will ever have is their mindset, right? That's the greatest asset you will ever have. Nobody can take that away from you. They can take away your money, they can take away your car, they can take away all your material possessions, but they can't take away your mindset, right? And your thoughts are very, very powerful. Your thoughts create this physical manifestation, this physical reality you live in, and you determine whether you have good thoughts or bad thoughts, and you get to filter out those thoughts every day, right? Meaning, negative thoughts are your fault, and positive thoughts are also your fault, but you want to make sure, even if you have negative thoughts, you could transmute them into something positive, right? So, for example, if you wake up negative, like most of the times I wake up very negative, right? But I instantly snap back to my positive thoughts, and then I go to the gym and I'm good, I'm fine, right? But let's circle back to why people care about what other people think about them so much. If you are one of those people watching this video and you don't go to the gym, right? Or you have these goals you want to accomplish, but you never take action towards those goals, it's because you care about what others think about you. You go to the gym, or you don't go to the gym because you think that other people are going to be staring at you and making fun of you and talking about you and laughing at you. So if you care about what other people think about you, if you try and fail, think about what those same people will think if you don't try at all. Guess what? Nobody's thinking about you. Nobody's talking about you. Nobody's looking at you. You're just in your own head. It's all fake. All those thoughts have to be filtered out, and you have to take action towards whatever it is that you want in life, right? If you have these goals that you want to accomplish, you can't let other people dictate that, right? If you set out to start a business, if you set out to do something nobody has ever done before in your family, in your friend group, you will be judged, but that judgment should be your green light, because majority of people never reflect on life and ask themselves, is this really what I want? Is this it? So when you get judged, right, for telling people your goals, what they're doing is they're projecting their insecurities on you, because in their head, you are still the same person you used to be. So you don't have the right to them. You don't have the right to become somebody you've never been before. You don't have the right to become unrecognizable. You don't have the right to do something that, like I said, nobody in your family has done, nobody in your friend group has done. You don't have the right to do that to them, right? You have to ignore that. You have to cut those people off. Do what you have to do to get rid of those people. You don't want to be around that type of energy because everything is energy. Your thoughts are energy. You have to become success conscious. You have to become wealth conscious if you want to get somewhere in life. Nothing is going to be handed to you. You have to work. You have to fail multiple times. You have to fail multiple times. Bro, I failed so many times in my life on a lot of things. I've lost a lot of money. But my mindset was the same. You have to have the mindset that if you lost everything today, you can make it all back. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. What did I say in the beginning of this video? You were born with a brain. Your brain is transmuting and processing millions of thoughts each second. But social media, some girl on the internet who's on birth control, and all this stimulation is preventing you from reflecting and thinking and putting action towards your goals because you care so much about what other people think. And if you can't get over that tiny problem, bro, that tiny little problem, how do you expect to handle big amounts of money, big amounts of stress, big amounts of opportunities in life? How do you expect to be around the top 0.1%? How do you expect to be around those people if you can't get over that little hurdle of, oh, I think this person's judging me. I think this person looking at me. I'm not going to do that because I think somebody from my high school or somebody I used to work with might watch my videos. They might run into my content. They might bring it up at work. You have to get over that. You have to, because if you don't, you will stay stuck in the same position you have been in for the past 5, 10, 20 years. The biggest downfall of most people is delayed gratification. You guys want things so quickly, right? You guys want things so quickly. You guys don't want to work for anything. People ask me all the time, what's the quickest way to make 6 figures? Bro, go online and research and start your own business. Your personal brand, who you are, like write out your name on a piece of paper and then write CEO next to it and get to work. Get to work, bro. You have to find a way to monetize your skill set. Everybody has a skill set, okay? You have to find a way to monetize your skill set. Stop caring about what other people think, because that's a limiting belief. You have to get rid of it. Stop listening to your parents, to all these elders tell you that money doesn't grow on trees. Yes, it does. Money grows on trees. Money is everywhere. Money is for everybody. There are many opportunities out here to make money. It's even easier than ever before to make money. You have to start. You have to take action. You have to fail in public. The best leaders fail in public all the time. Bro, I forgot when this was, but it was last year. Mark Zuckerberg had like a whole presentation about his Meta company, right? Bro, during the live presentation, something failed and there was people watching. He didn't care. Did he tell everybody, I'm ending my business, I'm stopping my business? No, he kept going. He didn't care about what some little Billy Bob behind a screen typing said about him. He didn't care. You're never gonna get hate from people who are doing better than you. Hate always comes from the bottom. People will always hate the great. When you think those professional bodybuilders in the gym are hating on like little Jimmy who's trying to put on muscle, no, they're gonna be the nicest to him. It's always the poor people who are the meanest to people, right? You think a fucking 9-figure business owner is gonna hate on you when you tell him, yo, I'm starting my own business. This is my business plan. This is my idea for content. This is my offer I'm gonna give to people. He's gonna support you. They will support you. It's always the people who are not doing anything with their lives besides watch Netflix and complain about the president who are gonna make you feel like shit. They're gonna tell you that's never gonna work. Why would you do that? What they're doing is telling you that it would never work for them because they never tried anything different in their life. You have to try things differently. You have to take you have to reroute, right? You know how like on Google Maps and Apple Maps, you take the wrong direction and it reroutes? That's what you guys have to do. You have to reroute and go a different direction than what you're used to. You have to get out of your comfort zone. That's the only way you're gonna strike gold. That's the only way you're gonna find insane levels of wealth. But if you keep going down the same path everybody else goes on, you're gonna get the same result as everybody else. People want to see you do good, but not better than them. Okay? You have to separate yourself from all those people. Sometimes you got to take a year off from all those people, and you will attract like-minded people. I promise you. It's just a matter of time, but you got to keep going. You cannot quit. I've never met somebody in life who had a plan to start a business and they were not successful because they were successful because they kept going, right? Anytime you quit is when you fail. You can only fail when you quit, when you give up. That's the only time you fail. When you give in to all these people online who have limiting beliefs, right? That's when you fail. You guys have to take an alternative path in life. You have to. Like I said, go home today. Write your name down on a piece of paper and write CEO next to it and get to work. Get to work. You know what you're good at. You have things that you're better at than me, right? I'm better at certain things than other people. It doesn't matter. You have to take action. I made a video on this already. 2026 is under the energy of one. It's a fire horse year. Things will be moving very fast. This is not the year to be indecisive. This is not the year to not take a risk. This is not the year to pump fake. You got to take the shot, bro. You have to. You have to take the shot. Because it's getting to that point, bro, where you have to try things, different things, and you have to put yourself out there, okay? Hiding in a box in a cave is not going to do it for you. Stop caring about what people think. Stop doing that. It's not helping you, right? You haven't made any progress in life because of that. I will end with this quote. Losers put in enough effort that they think they need to accomplish their goals, but winners put in enough effort to make failure impossible.